Welcome to this short film about asthma and children that play sport. This is designed for coaches that are teaching children in Asthma Friendly Football Clubs. My name is Dr. Andrew Newton. I'm a consultant in emergency medicine, but I'm also a FA licensed football coach. So, why do we need asthma friendly football clubs? Well, for a start, asthma is a very, very common condition in the community. It's estimated that approximately 1 child in 11 will be asthmatic, and out of those, about 1 in 3 will experience quite significant symptoms, predominantly during the younger years of their life. There is also some very good evidence to show that many children with asthma do not participate in as much sport as they ought to, and that's partly because they worry about being marginalised from the activity because of their condition. But it also probably reflects the fact that their parents have some anxieties about children joining in sporting activities because they're concerned that coaches and managers will not know what to do if the child suffers a problem with their asthma whilst participating. The other reason that we are very keen that children participate in sport if they have asthma is that it has been shown that if a child with asthma is fit and healthy, it reduces their chance of having severe exacerbations of their asthma and requiring admission to hospital. Recent research work carried out in conjunction with Somerset Football Association has suggested that youth sports coaches feel that they don't really have enough information to be able to provide the best of care for children with asthma. Part of the purpose of this film is to address that need. Once one has established a register of those children that suffer with asthma, the next thing to do is to produce an asthma action card. This needs to be completed by the parents of the child, and then once it's been completed, the manager or the coach for the team needs to keep this in the first aid kit for that team so that it's always available to guide the treatment of an asthmatic attack should a child suffer one either during training or during a match. Coaches working in asthma-friendly football clubs will need to have specific training. To facilitate this, clubs will need to appoint Asthma Champions who can act to disseminate out training that has been provided regionally to the individual coaches at club level. Coaches should ensure that children that suffer with asthma always bring their inhalers to both training sessions and to matches. These inhalers should be placed in a clearly identifiable box which is kept close to where the training is taking place, preferably on the sideline of the pitch. It's also important to ensure that each child has their inhaler labelled very clearly with their name so that people can identify which inhaler belongs to which child. So what else can we do as an asthma-friendly football club to make it easier for children that suffer with asthma to participate in sport? An awareness of asthma triggers is vital because some children will find it particularly difficult to play when certain conditions are prevalent. For instance, some children's asthma will respond badly to days where the temperature is cold and when the humidity is high. Other children will find it particularly difficult on days when the pollen count is high, for example, when the grass has recently been cut. Part of being an asthma-friendly football club involves close partnership working between coaches, managers and parents. Parents should actually sign the Asthma Friendly Football Club policy, and it's important that there is a two-way flow of information between parents and their children's coach and manager about the child's asthmatic condition. It's important that children with asthma get an appropriate opportunity to warm up thoroughly before participation in either training or in a match. It's obviously good practice for all children to warm up properly before participating in sports, but asthmatic children in particular get significant benefits from ensuring that they have done a thorough warm-up before they participate in competition. Finally, it's important to ensure that children that suffer with asthma do not feel discriminated against within the club. An important part of ensuring that this happens is to make sure that if children require substitution off during a game because of their asthma, they are allowed to go on and continue as soon as they feel fit to be able to do so.
Your inhaler, let me know when you feel okay to come back on, we'll get you back on the pitch, alright? Got it.
Joe, you want to swap with Martin? Off you can.